Hello, this is Casey from Casey Grandpa Tech again, talking to you about tech stuff and fun stuff. Well, this last month has been an exciting month about space travel. We in the United States was out of the space race and using other people to get to where they had to go. But now, last month, a lot of news has broken. So I'm going to be talking about that right now. For as long as I can remember, all the space movies and all the sci-fi movies all talked about going to the stars, space travel. I mean, early in my time, going years ago, boomer, let's say, we had Fireball XL5, Forbidden Planet. All of these sci-fi movies dreamed of going to the stars. Then in the 1960s, President Kennedy says we're going to race to the moon, and we developed the Apollo space program, and we landed on the moon and took samples. Unfortunately, due to the Apollo accident, we stopped going to the moon. Then what happened? We had the space shuttle and the International Space Station, but because of fighting with budget cuts and everything else, what happened? The end of United States being involved in its own space program. And what happened? We had to use the Soviets' launch program, their space program, to restock the International Space Station to do anything with space. But what's happened in last month has made an entire change like none before. And what is that about? That's about that SpaceX and NASA have joined together. And last month, the Dragon X space program came to its volition. The Demo 1 and Demo 2 were successful. They launched 2 astronauts to the space station and successfully returned. That was monumental because now the USA is back in the space race and doing things, which makes it a fantastic day to be an American. But not only that, a lot of other things happened that a lot of people have heard about on the news, and I want to talk about it. So let's talk about that right now. One of the things about SpaceX, which is run by Elon Musk, he's gotten millionaires to get together about this race to Mars. We are going to put people on Mars. We're going to have a colony on Mars. Well, this last week, what happened? They have the Star Cruiser, and they have been preparing that, which is going to be used in the future to go to the moon and go to Mars. So their early prototype testing, seen on the screen right now, they launched it just to see if they could bring it up and bring it back down controlled. And they were successful. What does this mean? That means that we are now positioned not only to have space missions to the International Space Station, but to do star travel. And a lot of other things have happened, which you probably have heard about. And let's talk about that for Elon Musk. Because before this, all spacecraft, all launching a person into space, could only be done on a Soyuz spacecraft. And they were charging around $800 million, $80 million a piece to launch each person into orbit. Very expensive. But now we brought it back to the USA. In other news that you probably heard about, they launched the Mars Perseverance rover. And it's on its way to Mars. It's going to be there in about 7 months. And it's scheduled to land on Mars around February 18th. And it has a lot of exciting things to do, okay? It's going to be testing spacecraft materials. It's going to be working on possible terraforming, where it's going to be trying to convert the carbon dioxide atmosphere into oxygen, which is a major thing. It's going to be taking soil samples, which are going to be saved for later. It's going to search for any life that might be on Mars, or that any life that has been on Mars. So a lot of exciting things that are going to happen with Perseverance. And that really makes for a lot of news and a lot of excitement. But even what's more exciting, Perseverance carries a helicopter, which is going to be taking off, and they're going to test the ability to actually fly a helicopter on Mars' surface. And they've got it all planned out, because one of the things is that the atmosphere on Mars is very thin. So you have to create lift to bring a helicopter up and down is very, very difficult. So these are some of the things that they're going to be doing. Just amazing, amazing news. But that's not just the news. What's also interesting, it seems that we have a race to get onto the red planet. Because at the same time Perseverance took off on its mission, the Chinese also launched a spacecraft, the T1, I believe it's called, and it is on there, and they have their own landing pod and their own test equipment that's going to land on the Mars surface. At the same time, the United Arab Republic has launched another spacecraft to Mars, which is going to put a satellite up in and around Mars to test for weather and all kinds of things on the surface. It seems we have either a race amongst countries or a major effort to get a colony onto Mars. And that's all very exciting. Now, I'm excited. That's why I'm wearing my Star Trek shirt, because I'm from the generation when Star Trek first came out about exploring the stars. And a lot of news has come out. A lot of things are happening in the next few weeks and months. In September, we're going to relaunch the Dragon X with a full crew, if everything turns out okay, to the International Space Station. And then after that, the Star Cruiser will also launch to the International Space Station. So a lot is happening very quickly. So I'm going to be reporting on this and giving you detail on each of the different events and what's been going on, if you haven't already checked it out. So please like and share and subscribe to the channel. Hit the little dingy bell so you'll know when I'm on. And this is Casey from Casey Grandpa Tech out. And until next time, let's go to space. You take care now.